So Hidden on the Trail of the Ancients is not a one-man job, but it is an indie made game. Let me. I forgot the name of the developer. So let me just look. Oh, actually, it will pop up on the screen in a moment, so we can. We don't have to worry too much about that.
So Hidden.
So the game is about an archaeological/anthropological expedition in Patagonia in the 1930s or late 20s, around that time. And we also haven't played this. It's also a very different game from what we just played because this is an adventure, puzzle, horror game. So
no action game elements.
No action game
fighting.
Elements. I think it's meant to. I'm hoping what we'll see is that it's much more atmospheric. And really sort of evokes dread in its style and maybe its puzzles or whatever. And let's see.
Different type of horror.
Yeah.
So that was one of our points. Like, what is a more fitting scenery for the.
Of course, we can already start to expect that the thing that is going to be scary here is the thing that the archaeological/ethnographic expedition is after. Yeah. Because it is on the trail of the ancients, right? So I'm guessing these ancients are not going to be nice guys that are just going to be very welcoming of us.
Probably not. Probably not.
So it's the Lost Spell Studio.
Yes.
It's also it's a very recent game. I think just came out this year.
Let's.
Who's going to be playing this one?
You?
It's going to be me.
Who's going to play the next one?
The next one is going to be.
I'm going to play Amnesia.
You're going to play Amnesia. So, Angus,
should I?
Sure, feel free.
So just
I keep track of the chat.
Alright, cool.
You keep track of the game.
And of my heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
So meanwhile, the game says, I think that most horror games have two types of scariness: jump scares and the sense of helplessness created by being stopped, threatened, attacked by stronger or supernatural beings. These threats are only very believable if the player is immersed in it. For this, the situation has to be believable, and that is more difficult with stories which do not belong to modern societies. I don't think that this is impossible.
That's of course one part of it is that I fully agree. So a game needs to be damn good and damn immersive.
Yeah.
If it is, and also it has to do with the audience.
Yeah.
You have to sort of, especially if you're playing this as a group, you have to make a pact that you are just like if you're watching a movie, that you are going to be scared,
and that you will be silent as well, and not keep chatting about the local weather or whatever. I mean, that's part of the immersion. Yeah,
lots of alcohol helps too, which we are also imbibing.
But the thing about immersing is that it also has to be engaging, right? It's not only about making the pact that I'm gonna be scared. Because, for example, we didn't end up like laughing when I died for the Knossos game because we just thought it was funny. It was not very immersive in that sense.
No, but I think that the game actually could be more scarier if you are sitting behind a screen, in your face, and the room is dark and with headphones on. I mean.
Yeah, it could be
potentially be a lot more scarier.
So if you get more immersed in the game, if you're by yourself and you're drawn into the game, you can be more immersed when you're alone than when you're in company.
So what always stresses me out and makes me a bit scared, which I think this game tried to do also, is you have something that you can actually lose if you die. So we had this gold and this thing running around, so it actually means something if you die, you lost.
Yeah, but that's not the same as being scariness or.
Well, no. But that's part of the survival.
That's sadness.
It's sad. Sadness. I lost the gold.
Sadness, which reminds me of another sad.
No, but there I think that if we're talking immersiveness, this game. So also of course we're archaeologists. We're very critical of the way Knossos looks. But I don't know if
we're also gamers, and
we're also gamers, and
in the way that
gamers are entitled little minors.
Yeah, exactly.
So this game, simply because of its production values, failed to immerse me in this horror that it's trying to convey.
I think.
Any more comments, or was that the comment?
No, this is the comment. So let's now go to Hidden. this is, as I said, has a bit more of a production value thing going on. But on the other hand, it's also a much slower puzzle game.
You're sitting on
Yeah, but
problem.
it's a couch, so I want to sit on a couch.
Yeah, so-
damn it.
But wait,
Today we've got Grumpy Gamer with us.
No, it's not Grumpy
Why
Gamer.
don't you put it
I
on
just
the-
don't want to sit on my knees the whole time. I just want to enjoy this couch. It's a good couch.
I think if you let it
It's fine,
lean
it's fine.
on the
On
on
the
the top,
exactly.
I think you'd be fine because you're sitting in front of it anyway.
Alright.
you can
Do it.
start.
Ja. Ik heb het geprobeerd achter
So the game says that all these things are short-term scares, and the point is that the best horror games stay with you after you finish them, which is also a point.
Which is also
Like-
why I tend to not play horror games.
Like horror films.
Because you want to go to bed and maybe
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like horror films that you finish playing and you're like,
You're
You-
still
you-
seeing the little children with the hair in front of
Oh
their
my
faces.
god, The Ring.
The Ring, yeah.
The Ring.
Man,
I once
I had that
watched-
with The Grudge.
And yeah,
Yeah, but the Grudge is not
Grudge.
really
I
a scary
once
movie.
made the
Dude.
mistake of watching The Ring late at night and then having to take the dog out for a walk.
Now
alone.
that was a mistake.
That was a big
I-
That was
mistake.
not smart.
I once made the mistake of watching
it
the
at
Blair
that
Witch
time.
Project just
Things
before I
would
went
no
camping in the
longer be
woods in
the same.
France.
Those are
That was
really
also not good.
Torturous memories
Yeah,
would
but those are
wander in my mind forever. Forever.
So there's torturous memories. So let's.
Are we missing the satisfier as well?
No, we're good. It's just as I said, a slow game to start.
So what is this game?
What is this logo? What are these items?
So this game is, I just already introduced it
sorry,
to the
I
stream,
missed it.
but this game is a game about actually it will be explained later as well. It's also have to say it's part one of two parts, and I think the second part is not out yet. But
Can we click through?
nope,
No?
no. As far as I know, we cannot.
Okay.
While we're watching for this title screen, or waiting for this title screen, you know, I actually, when I was a kid, talking about horror, I had a very, very vivid nightmare about Super Mario.
About
Yep.
Super Mario?
Yeah, so basically,
awesome.
I was running a bit of a fever, and I woke up in the middle of the night screaming like
Mario,
no. So my mother, she ran up to my room. She said, "What's going on?" And apparently, I'd been dreaming that I was traveling super fast underground and popping all sorts of green, what do you call them? Green pipes, running away for some big dragon. And then I wasn't allowed to play Mario for 3 months.
To a strange
Wow.
and forgotten legend he told me when I was very young. The legend of the ancients.
So this looks
The
Maya.
legend goes
No,
that
an Egyptian
even
and
before
also
man
some
came on Earth,
Pacific
there
Northwest
existed an
Coast
imposing
totems,
city,
Ah, yeah.
Stonehenge
maybe
kind of things
hundreds
going on.
cities, governed by a primeval ruling race that mysteriously vanished.
So there was a
It's said
primeval
that the
ruling
city
race.
became submerged in time and forgotten. A
So
mere few of us hold on to the belief that there are still some vestiges left, buried deep underground.
Look at
The
these
expedition
Boy Scouts
organized by my
looking for
uncle Eniko
archaeologists.
over the last few years is finally to depart from Baralok, one of the last villages to the south of the continent, to the unexplored Patagonian woods. Meanwhile, I was in Buenos Aires, following up a clue about the almost forgotten legend, but soon I joined the expedition.
What's the time setting in this?
So it's 1930s, which is cool. It's like on the tail end of. Why also why we picked this game is because this is really about a part of the globe that archaeologically as well we don't really know that much about Patagonia. It's not really one of those archaeology dense
Still?
areas. Yeah, still.
Wow.
Ethnographically, it's a bit better known because, of course, it was one of those sort of last holdouts of the indigenous peoples.
As a non-archaeologist, I always assume that most of the world has been explored by
Oh
now.
no!
Oh no.
No,
Just fine-tuning now.
so I'm in some sort of room with some
You're in
scary
some weird
mask.
room in Buenos Aires.
Can I actually move it around here? Wait, it's the. Oh, it's, wait. Well, probably I just.
Yeah, just
Oh, it's a clicky game?
It is apparently a clicky game, yeah, which is fine. So, also, one of the reviews described this game as a mix between adventure puzzle and Lovecraftian horror. Now, I don't know if you know about Lovecraft.
Yes, Bloodborne.
There you go. Bloodborne is a very recent example and a very well-known example of a Lovecraftian-inspired game.
Yeah. It was a cold autumn morning,
actually,
and yet again, this
if we're
time
talking
with even
Lovecraft,
more intensity.
Lovecraft is one of those people that used fictitious past, fictitious archaeology as well, in a very effective way to scare people. So, of course, everybody knows Cthulhu, right?
Of the existence of the old legend.
So, the origin tale of Cthulhu, the story Call of Cthulhu, it actually features, it starts off, it's one of those wonderful things that you have to read if you've never read. It features a green screen falling off all the time. It's actually horrible. No, but it features research by a couple of individuals, and it features also a little place that's of a horrible being that it's really difficult to describe. And actually what happens is that the protagonist of the story takes this clay statuette to the meeting of the Society for American Archaeologists in 1908 to have it then identified. And nobody there knows what it is. They only know that it must be very ancient. So here as well, I think we have a sort of similar setup, right? In the intro, he was talking about ancient untold legends.
Yeah.
So alright, let's have a look.
So press G for your goals.
So I'm not going for this. I have to find a way into what used to be his room.
Strange circular diagram and some artifacts.
Really related to the ancients, alright. That's a Breugel, is it not? I don't know what it is.
It's dark enough to be one.
Very nice one.
Very nice. This is I think, I'm not completely sure, but I think it's a shield of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like a shield.
So I know very little actually of the archaeology of Patagonia or Tierra del Fuego. But
what's that book? The Durkheim book.
Oh, Durkheim.
There you go. So not horrible at all. Although I think that the two people would have been quite shocked to be found together in the same room. We have here Darwin, Origin of Species, together with the great sociologist who was not at all into Darwin, Emil Durkheim, and who actually spawned a complete theoretical and scholarly framework that is now very much anti-Darwinian. But still, this game does a nice way of sort of... Of course, we all know...
The player is very open-minded. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the player is very open. The protagonist is open-minded, well-read. So these are, for people that are not archaeologists, basically...
Is that Frans Boas?
Frans Boas, yeah, exactly. Who's not an archaeologist, but an ethnographer. Well, of course, we don't... And it's important to say that there was a big mix between archaeology, ethnography, and biology.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. So this is
nice,
sort of
I like it.
This I like.
This I like.
There you go. These are real...
Linnaeus?
Linnaeus, but also Antiquity of Man in the Plata region, which is where we're going to be. And this are of course all...
Fossil mammals.
Yeah.
Lamar. Linnaeus.
Nice.
Cuvier. Very nice.
I am not ready to leave
kudos
yet.
To the
so this is the...
So once we, kudos to the producer.
Kudos on the details. Can we spend the whole day just in this room? Like, who's that photo on the?
It seems to be his lady love. I don't know. Not much in much more detail. No, there's nothing much to be picking up in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I probably could. Yeah, next time I will.
What's the letter you're writing?
I will have a look at that.
Dear Uncle, I'm staying in the next room to where your old university colleague Adriano Scapelli resided. I found this boarding house through a contact at the Science Museum, who told me that after his long research journeys, Mr. Scapelli finally settled in the boarding house of Mr. Nikolai Petrov, renting a room there for years. Sadly, I must communicate that Mr. Scapelli died not a month ago. I've been able to find a number of books and writings of Mr. Scapelli's in his office at the museum. I compiled my analysis on the data that could be useful for our research and enclose in this letter. I need access to Mr. Scapelli's room to get more information.
Alright, I'm speeding it through a little bit just to also be able to get to some of the other bits. Alright, let's see if we can go out. It's locked. Oh, so I wonder where I left my key. Dear. It's a real scholar. I always have that problem.
It's in the box.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice period settings. I appreciate this.
That's a lovely pocket watch. That's a lovely pocket watch right there.
And an alcoholic.
Can't your clothes be in the dresser?
I like how what I
keys?
also like, this is nothing to do with horror basically, but what I do like is how through objects we get a very good idea of what we are like, right? Or this person. I think, or we're not in the room of the person.
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
This bottle says ball. Isn't it similar to the balls in liver bottle?
Could be.
It's
It looks very much like
Dutch
that.
Yeah.
It's Dutch in
So where did he leave?
But there is the balls
Next
distillery, so it could be actually a reference to that, which is interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
Historie de Amerique.
He
Oh,
has a
very
lot of
nice.
papers on his bed also.
You want to check the papers on the bed?
Not in detail. Oh, we can actually.
Photographs.
Nice.
Machu Picchu.
Wow, and these are such old photos.
These
so
are
cool.
Very cool. A local native guided us to the place nearby where a livestock farmer discovered a cave by accident. He uttered these words, almost devoid of feeling. Cucupacha. This is the name of the world below, according to the Inca mythology. Nice. An object that caught my attention. So there's lots of unrecognizable inscriptions and an object. Well, it would be nice if we could find that object.
I'm looking for a note collection.
Cramped with Scopelli's notes.
Okay. Now you should check the pants again.
The what?
The suitcase.
According to what I found in his office, Scopelli seems to have dedicated his final days to some kind of anthropological study.
Indeed. Yeah, can't it be in your pants?
Yeah. In his pants.
I'm not ready to leave yet, he says.
What about in the dresser in another drawer?
This is so weird though. Okay, open everything.
Yeah, open all the doors.
Marie Brizard.
Liqueur.
It's liquor.
So the guy was an alcoholic.
That's for sure.
The one above it.
Is anyone with alcohol in the house an alcoholic? Because that would not bode well.
Oh
There's
yeah, look,
even-
vodka.
What's
Ah.
in the box?
Oh, actually, there we go. We got ourselves some vodka. That's good. So it's now in my inventory. That's nice.
Maybe there's
Though my keys are...
Keys.
Oh, for the car I borrowed. Okay.
maybe
One of the things that we... I don't know what it says. Sorry.
We need to find a key.
Behind the painting, of course.
of course.
That's where you would casually put your key when
of
you
course.
come into your
I
room.
actually placed my key behind the painting.
There's no painting.
Come on. Did you open all the drawers?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think you did
Oh,
the bottom.
there's-
Not these.
Not this one.
There's lots of attention to detail. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Not very scared yet, although I do.
No, but the setting is it creates a
setting
nice
is nice,
atmosphere once we manage
But
to
it's-
leave.
It's
Nice picture, though.
incredibly nice.
It's up here somewhere in the first one.
What's this?
Flyers.
Why wouldn't you take a photo of that though? And it costs you film.
Oh, sorry.
Escape.
Yeah, I can't escape this bit. Sorry.
Cigars, nice.
That's
Can you
nice.
pick them up?
It's a Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, you! This guy got taste.
Those are good cigars.
They are. They're my favorite brand actually, because I'm a bit of a pussy when it comes to cigars. Ooh,
Camera.
camera.
I actually have some Cuban cigars.
Which brand?
I got them at the. No, you don't have Cuban
No, they're
cigars.
Dominican cigars.
Dominican
Dominican
cigars.
cigars.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cohiba.
From the Laura.
Kater rolled them herself.
Oh, there on the.
Not true.
Oh, you cannot open these. But these.
Are you invisible?
It's a mirror, not a mirror.
I am invisible.
Now that is scary. That I find
So,
scary.
is there still no way to go out?
No, we need to.
I wonder where.
Searchlight?
Are your keys not in your inventory?
No.
That's the car key.
Just.
Car.
So the game says that the biggest scare factor so far. As of yet is the fact that I fear you're never going out to get out of it. Which is probably.
So help us out.
Een nachtkastje in de laadje dus.
Help us out. Incredible Adventures. Algernon Blackwood.
We want to get out.
I want to read this book now.
We don't want to read. We
I do. I would like to read the book Incredible Adventures.
Zippo.
So Zippo.
Oh, that's keys!
Keys.
Oh yeah. We
Loose.
got that.
Yeah.
Such a relief.
Wow.
Yeah, but check, maybe they're not the right ones. Get your
Ah,
punch. Your
that would
punch,
be
man.
awesome.
You're not going out
This
without
is
your
not the
punch.
right key.
Listen, man, I'm gonna scare all the people in the town. It's locked. I wonder where I left my keys. I've got them right here. This is the key to my room. So how do I use it then, sir?
There we go. Now check it. Now you
I've
can
read
use
this for days, but I better finish what I came to do.
Across the hall, right?
No, next door.
Oh, next door.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it should be here.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that this is not something that can just easily be opened. This should be.
I don't know.
It's locked. Ta-ta-tam. Of course. These are some.
Under the doormat.
Yeah, but not here anyway. It's one of those I very carefully study everything games, which is of course not the case with me anyway. Liking this though. It's a very mist
Under that
kind of
hill?
setup.
Yeah.
The bucket.
Mist actually was
It's
kind of scary.
Scary
as well.
for me. Yeah, I agree.
Check under the bucket. Not these.
This is bucket.
Not these. On the other side.
On the other
Yeah,
side.
That one.
Bucket!
No.
No,
It's just the one.
let's just
no.
go out. Wait. It's kind of.
Wait, what?
What?
Jinx.
What's
Did you just
that?
pick up a broom
Yeah.
so you
No.
can sweep?
You can now fend off cats.
Door. You can now fend off cats.
But it is a rather. It's a steep room. I mean, it has some
What's
nice.
the ship? What's the ship on the wall?
The South Brazilian
Ah,
Express.
that's Santa
South
Catarina.
Brazilian Express.
Nice.
Hey, door. We went in.
All this smell of
Play
room
some
lingers,
tunes, man.
even out here in the hall.
The moldy
Oh,
smell.
you
of the
can
room.
probably get the key from the receptionist.
Yeah.
Through. Swan Lake. This is Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Play it.
Wow. Wish I could, my friend. Okay.
Check
So
the
go
painting.
through another.
Hey, look, Knossos.
Privado.
This is.
It's actually in Spanish.
What is
oh
it?
my god, I know that.
Is
now
this
that the name escapes
Caravaggio? No.
my memory, but it's, if the chat knows, please.
Yeah, no. So yeah.
Go through a door. Go through a door.
Okay, I'll go through a door. Privado, it says.
Yeah,
Private.
We'll
So,
try that.
I like how
Locked.
it's in
Fine,
Spanish.
try another.
This is beautiful,
beautiful marble. It reminds me of someone I know. Aww.
Aww.
Door.
Somebody that I
Whoa!
Hello.
Hey man.
Hey, sir.
Mr. Farrell, during your absence, your uncle called. I left a message on the table under the phone. As for the access to Scapelli's room, I'm sorry, but I remember we should wait until police investigations are complete. Well, I'm sorry, but I must continue my work. I have a lot of backlog.
No.
Will you give key now?
Access.
Have you been thinking about it? Will you let me enter the room?
Ah, you have to
Mr.
bribe him.
Scapelli possessed valuable information. He was going to give me an item that he found on his expedition that could shed some light into our research.
I understand your intentions, Mr. Farrell, but the police order I received clearly says I shouldn't let anybody get into the room. But maybe I could persuade the officer on his next visit.
It's a
With
Russian.
money.
It's
He
a
looks
Russian,
like an Orthodox.
Russian into
Is it
the room. He said.
So
Does anyone
the,
else ask for Mr. Scapelli?
Just a local policeman. He arrived a few days after. By then, I had not been able to contact any family member to tell them the news, or arrange for the collection of the possessions. He is a person of few words, asked me some questions and immediately went into the room.
Oh wow. Before we go about, our good friend Diogenes knew actually the painting.
Of course.
So it's called Oath of the Horati, and it was painted by French artist Jacques-Louis David in 1784, and you can now see it in Louvre in Paris.
So what is it about?
That's awesome.
Thank you, Street.
So what are the Horati?
Could you tell me how the inspection turned out? Do you think you found something of interest?
After I told him what had happened, he entered the room. He seemed to be looking for something in particular, but I did not want to interfere. I left him alone for a while, and then he came to the reception with some old, tattered books. They seemed to be written in archaic languages. Most strange. However, he did not seem to have found what he was looking for. He asked me if anyone else had been there, and then left. I've not heard from him again.
Alright, thank you. More books.
So, well, there's a note for you by the phone.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, that's kind of scary.
She clicked
scariest.
out in real life.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I want to see that
genuinely
group photo.
the group photo.
Yeah.
Sorry if it's not gonna be genuinely scary, but we're just really enamored by this game.
This game looks magnificent. I don't know if it's very scary, but
Yeah.
it looks beautiful.
I think we should focus on the scary part though.
Okay. There's a letter for you. Call from your uncle.
Mr. Vicoma has arrived earlier than expected, so the expedition team is ready to set its course to the Patagonian forest. Please gather all the items we discussed and come join us at the base camp as soon as possible. I like that.
But we need the item first from Scapelli's room.
Yeah. Let's see if we can we should get the information we need before I get back to the south. Okay. So we
Turn
should
around.
stay
Can you
within
take
this.
a bottle and slam it over his head?
And steal the key.
Well,
I think
it's always.
that kind of game.
All right.
Hey, enlighten me.
I'll
That guy was like uber Russian or something.
Yeah, perhaps
Where
you
are
can,
we?
maybe you can bribe him with vodka.
South
What about that photo? Was that taken during the Great War? You were in it, right?
That's right. This is one of the many pictures I keep from my comrades.
This
When I was in
happens
the ranks
because
of
we
the
looked at
Imperial
the
Russian
picture.
Army.
Yeah.
I was in the front during the beginning
Yeah, he
of
was
the
in the
Great
Russian
War,
Army.
1914, when the troops were mobilized to Königsberg.
He was probably
After
part
these
of the
terrible
revolution.
battles, I promised my wife that if I survived, we would move far away from those memories, from war, and, well, here you have me, several years later.
So looking at things allows you.
And I actually unlocked an achievement by this. That's cool. So I don't think that really helped the vodka. A bit.
But equip the vodka and then talk to him again about
No, that's what
Scapelli's room.
That's what it is. Okay. Well.
It would only be for a moment, I promise. It'd be really helpful to me.
I'm sorry. No matter how much you insist, I won't change my mind.
But vodka.
But vodka?
Is there anything else you can tell me about Adriano Scapelli? In his letters, he comes across as worried and scared.
During his last days, only a few times I saw him leave his room in the day.
Maybe we'll find
But
out where
at night, he used to often visit the basement, especially after he acquired a particular item. He was fascinated by it. Sometimes I could
Item is in
hear
the
him
basement,
whispering,
it's not even
but
in
they
the
were
room.
strange words in languages I couldn't place. I remember one night I found him smoking in the hallway. He looked tense, nervous. I approached him with the intention of seeing how he was, but he just told me he could not sleep.
Very Lovecraftian, this.
boarding house basement.
Did you say a basement?
That's right. The boarding house has a small basement, which is accessed from the workshop. It has been years since I used it. Scapelli was one of my best customers, so I decided to lend it to him. He kept there several objects of study and collection. Unfortunately, I do not have the access key. It was in the possession of Mr. Scapelli.
But you have it. No, it's to the car.
What could you tell me about the piece that had Scapelli so interested?
The only thing he told me was that it was a very old idol found in the African Congo. I could not say anything more about it.
African
Even I haven't seen it in person. But he was very interested in the study of that
Well,
piece.
that's the thing. So, of course, seeing it's Lovecraftian
Oh,
inspired,
we have a new goal.
that is really what it's about, right? It's this world-spanning civilization that was there before we were there.
Check the new goal.
I will. I must find it as soon as possible. I get a picture of it. Okay.
But here, go back to your goal.
Oh, that's the Tapestry of Bayeux. My God, this is
Yeah.
nice.
Oh wow.
Here it says Nikolai won't agree to my request. I have to find a way to convince him so that he will let me access Scopelli's room.
Yeah. So that's.
But we don't have a way to convince
We have
him
to
yet.
bribe him somehow.
Yeah, but so far I don't. Let's.
What else is on his desk? Can you look at the things?
Oh, there's a huge Russian flag as well, so we gotta figure it out. It was Russian.
Oh, makes sense.